so we bought the cheapest Polo GTI in the Netherlands. At first it seemed like a pretty good purchase, but as we continued investigating this Polo in the previous episode to see what was wrong with it, it turned out to be quite a bad buy after all. For example, the previous owner modified the exhaust system himself. It's no longer attached to the rubber mounts. The bracket under the car wasn't attached either, so it could easily come off on the highway. It has worn tires all around, and after we removed the bumper, we found a huge dent in the front. This is clearly deliberate. The hood was simply sabotaged so it wouldn't open. After we managed to open the hood, we found a few remarkable things. The car was also filled with its own parts, which is a nice bonus. Unfortunately, this car is completely full of mold because it stood still for so long, and that's why we started by cleaning this car first. Because we don't want to work on a dirty car, and definitely don't want to get sick. That's why we put the car outside for a proper wash, which it really deserves. After all, it's a Polo. This guy here has been completely neglected by the previous owner over the past few months. It was left to its fate, and that's why in this episode we're hopefully going to get the Polo back in shape. Now that the car looks better on the outside, it's time to work on the interior, because it can't stay this way. I've never seen a car so neglected. I've decided to wash the floor mats with a high pressure washer. Just look at how dirty this is. Have you ever seen anyone clean mats with a high pressure washer before? I haven't. That's how dirty our mats were, and just look at how clean they've become. We left them out to dry in the sun. Now I'll show you the car's interior. This is unbelievable too. So we bought special stuff to clean the interior with. This is really stubborn stuff, so we're going to follow the steps that are listed here. But this thing is so incredibly filthy. Just look at the panoramic roof area. This thing needs a serious cleaning before we can actually start on the real problem. Let us know in the comments what you would do, or if you would start with this too, and then tackle the problem. But we'll get to that in a moment. So first we'll do this, then the problem. The thing will be done in no time. Let's go. Oh my god, did a dog live in here, guys? It can't be anything else. Look at all those dog hairs. We're making a profit. Honestly, I'm just considering cleaning the seats with a pressure washer. We've literally already sprayed almost the entire car with a high pressure washer. The trunk too, the cargo cover, but there's mold everywhere. One thing is certain, it won't get any cleaner than this. We'll just continue where the previous owner left off. I think with securing the battery, everything is loose. Okay guys, check this out. Then you think you've cleaned it. But it just gets worse. This really isn't normal, guys. You need to understand we want to do this first before we start working on the car. This can really cause health risks. Yeah, but then where's your mask? I'll be honest with you, I actually want to put on a mask. I just don't have one. But anyway, I can feel now that my throat is starting to sting a bit. Because this is really... Look at that. Yeah, man, this one too. They have a trick for this here. They put the seatbelt outside the door like this, and then use a pressure washer. Yeah, because everyone's pressure washing everything now, right? Actually, you should just grab the pressure washer now and do the whole car in a minute. Yeah, just switch to diesel, man. Everything. Just everything. This isn't normal. The big moment is here, guys. Of course, you're curious about what we paid for the car, but before we tell you that, let's take another look at the interior. One thing is certain, it's worth at least 1,000 euros more now. It took 2 guys an entire morning to get the car looking like this. The seats are still a bit damp. We let them dry in the sun as much as possible and used the air blower on them, but the result is there. I can honestly say that I would dare to take it for a spin now without actually getting sick. On the other hand, there is still one thing that really bothers me. That's these paddles. I'm not sure how to take those off. Can I just pull them off? I don't think so. I'll check first. I know you're young and like this stuff. But in my opinion, this doesn't belong on a Polo GTI. What we paid for this car is basically for damage. As it stands here, it's 2,700 and 2,750 euros. And the agreement was that there would also be a second key. That hasn't been delivered. The previous owner lost it, so they refunded us another 180 euros to have a second key made. So actually we paid for this car 2,500 and 2,570 euros. That seems like a good deal, right? But now the problem. As you know, this car has a DSG problem, a Mechatronic problem that has already been replaced twice. So we're really curious about what the error code is that it's showing. We've managed to get a VCDS. We're going to use it to read the car. Are you coming along? I don't know if you can hear it on camera, or at least through your phone, but you can constantly hear a pump running under the hood. We already suspected that this was coming from the DSG, or at least from the gearbox. And you can actually see, when we read out the error codes now, we get 3 errors from the gearbox. So the first error is that P17BF, and then after that I have a wheel speed signal from the ABS. So maybe an ABS sensor that's not working properly, and then again a fault with the hydraulic pump. But these could be consequential errors caused by a mechanical defect in the Mechatronic. And there's only one way to get rid of that. By disassembling the Mechatronic for the 3rd time, and then taking it apart, and checking if something is defective. Of course, we'll take you along with us in that process. And possibly you can even do the repair yourself at home, on your driveway. Further. I don't really know exactly what's going on with our car, but there's a part here that's actually really shiny, and the rest is just matte, as you can see. So what do I have? I simply bought a matte clear coat. I've never used this before, but I think if I just wash it over a bit, it will all become a bit matte as well. Only although when I run my hand over it like this, it does feel like it's been polished. And this just feels really rough, and this doesn't. So I've got a spray can here so that we There it is, guys. The part that someone else tried to save money on, but we didn't. So, how much did this part actually cost? 60 euros or something? Well, for 60 euros, I don't mind putting it on. Yeah, They really thought about it, guys, that you can just take it apart by yourself, that it just hangs there.
Fuck.
Wait, guys, wait. Since it's already loose, I'll spray it glossy black. Look at the difference. I can't put this together like this, so I'll quickly go over it with some Scotch-Brite. Glossy black on it. And nobody will ever know. Except you and me, you know. 2,570 euros plus 2 spray cans. Still seems like a fair price for that car, right? We could start a wheeler dealer show here. That would be fun. Buy cars, fix them up, and sell them again. Put the bumper on and it actually looks like something again. Let's do that. We're going to test if it works now because when we bought it, our hood latch didn't work. In episode 1, when we bought this car, we had to break the grille to open the hood. Of course, we have a new grille for that, but before I show it, I want to throw this away. I want to show you our front end and how much effort was put into masking things off or taking them apart. As you can see, this is the body color of the car on the grille, on the emblem, and so on. We're going to spray this matte black real quick to make the front look nice and tidy again. And this is our new GTI grille. And with that, of course, it looks really nice again. Take a look, just like a GTI should be, right? With the red stripe on the front. We'll reassemble the front, then disassemble the Mechatronic to see if there's a defect, since I'm curious. Now I hear you thinking, why do we buy a new bumper bar, but not the grills? But we have to save money somewhere, right? I mean, this just works, it's still intact, just needs a little bit of paint, so yeah. Or no, just put it in. Just do it. Just leave a comment, then we're all happy and we read all of them. While this dries, we're going to put the bumper back on, guys. Let's go. That side panel turned out really nice. Take a look for yourself for a moment. Well, I think that after the damage, after it was repainted, it got damaged again because I see a clear scratch here towards this corner, but I also see some overspray. I'm just going to quickly sort out the headlight trim, because then they can't put the car back together with those ugly headlights. I get it, the Mechatronic is coming soon, guys. is officially a GTI again. The emblem is still drying. It really turned out awesome, in gloss black. So now that this chapter is closed, it's finally time for the much anticipated Mechatronic. The Mechatronic is often attached to a DSG gearbox. Such a gearbox has 2 primary shafts and 2 secondary shafts, and that's also why it can prepare the next gear for you. That's why the DSG shifts so quickly. I'm going to drain the oil now. This should indicate it. It had to be changed twice already. That's why I'm going to collect the oil in a container now. And I'm just curious if it's clean. It should be after changing it twice. Mr. Robin in the vlog?
No.
Well, how does that work? You're the expert, so we need you. Expert. I'm just loosening a bolt from the starter motor, this one. I'm just taking it out here. And after that, the starter motor is basically loose right away. Yeah, I think the garage I locked up earlier probably took quite a bit of time, I think. Because, yeah, these are all those little things. I think, yeah, that one isn't very easy to reach, I get that. Well, once the Mechatronic unit has also been refurbished, yeah, then it'll actually become clear pretty quickly. Well, Jules Specialist and Mechatronics. Special tool from Don, it works great. I have Kenneth Robin, who warned us well. We're going to pick up the pace. It's time. They're almost here today. We have to pick up the kids from daycare. Oh! But a liter of oil already came out. Is there a lot of oil in it, guys? No? That too, right? Sound of... To be honest, this thing doesn't look new to me, so I'll come and check. Sound. If I'm right, the pump keeps its pressure here. This means you don't need to pump constantly. If there's a crack or broken piece here, it's clear that's the problem. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we should have seen it. We're sitting here next to a Mechatronic that we've taken apart. The error P17BF comes from this part, the accumulator housing section, where pressure is lost. In some cases, a whole piece has broken off here. That's what I was actually hoping to see. But in some cases, there's a hairline crack in it. And under pressure, that crack expands, which actually causes the pressure not to be maintained in this housing. There are also special overhaul kits for this. We're going to order those as well. It's basically a seal with threads that you screw in here. Then you'll also get a different accumulator housing with it. And then you can use that to overhaul it again. Then you can reassemble it and install it under the car, which should solve our problem. No, my snorkel. Guys, my snorkel. And now the front of our GTI is back together. What a productive episode this was. We completely cleaned the interior, finished assembling the front. How nice it is that those beautiful details have been added. Like the red stripes again with a new grille. I'm really curious to see if the car will just drive again in the next episode. In the next episode, of course, we're going to assemble the Mechatronic. Put it in the car. Yeah, and there are still some other things too. It doesn't have an inspection certificate yet, so stay tuned, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and see you in the next episode. Until then, ciao.
I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got us full of kids. Where I get money is sick. Keep making that money flip. I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got us full of kids. Where I get money is sick. Keep making that money flip. Way up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. That went way up.